Hey YouTube, it's EvanMagician34, and with this week's edition of The Edge. And the card this week that I want you to put a lot of thought into for maybe running in your main or even side deck is Divine Wrath. And this card can definitely give you the edge. If you thumb through all my old videos and you go back far enough, I've actually talked about this card before. But it's worth talking about it again. It's a counter trap. You just discard a card, negate any monster effect activation, and destroy the card. It's that simple. So basically it catches any monster effect anywhere. So I mean, let's really think about this. First of all, that means you're catching things that activate in other locations, like Effect Veiler, Herald of Orange Light, Max C, DD Crow, stuff that all activates in the hand. Well, that's nice. But we also catch things that activate in the grave, like Sangan. So that's good, all well and good, but these cards and their cousins can all be stopped by Debunk, which even removes them, which is kind of a plus. But we've also got things like Reborn Tengu that can activate in any zone. Debunk only catches them if they happen to hit the grave. Same goes for like Absolute Zero, let's say. So you can shut those off and it won't be coming back to haunt you. But you can also hit things that activate on the field, which Debunk won't get. Stuff like Raikou. You can also hit things like Gores. You can hit things like Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon. Kind of hard to see that, I guess, because they're ghost rares, but Black Rose, Stardust. Hit things like Bryanak, hit things like Cataster, Ixieses, like Levier, things you know are going to be going off, and you get to destroy them, remember. And a lot of these cards have costs you can pay, like, say, Bryanak, so you'll end up evening out. They pitch one, and they ended up paying to Synchro anyway, which is an inherent minus. So the cost on the Divine Wrath doesn't really hurt, but let's say you do want to profit. Well, this is a game where stuff likes to be in the graveyard. So there are plenty of cards and plenty of decks that like to go to the graveyard. Hey, you can pitch that agent that's not going to be really a hurt to pitch anyway, because it's your extra Venus that you don't need anymore, because you only really need that first one that goes off. So pitch the extra one. You're still going to remove it for Hyperion, whether it's in the hand or the grave, so it might as well pay a cost. Hey, you could even send an extra fairy like for Christia. Now, with the new popularity of Dark Worlds, I'd say, hey, you could pitch Dark Worlds, but the only Dark World you want to pitch is Grapha, because all the others, of course, since Divine Wrath's pitch is a cost, they won't get their effects because it wasn't discarded as part of the effect. So I wouldn't necessarily advise this for Dark Worlds per se, but once again, it can still pitch Grapha from your hand, which is a good thing. Although it's poignant to mention that Dark Worlds' alter egos like to be pitched as costs, fabled monsters. So you could use this to good effect with fabled stuff. So anyway, there's a whole stack of reasons why this is a good card. But the bottom line is, almost every deck right now has something they want to send to the graveyard. This facilitates it, and it shuts off big key plays. It basically turns off your opponent's entire turn when they try to make a big swing at you. It's usually just as devastating as cards like Solemn Warning, actually. It just doesn't have the life point cost. And remember, pitching to the grave is, in many ways, actually kind of a good thing, not a bad thing. So don't think of it as a cost. Think of it as an opportunity to do some good for yourself. So anyway, until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more cool videos.